Well, hellfire, it is Rock the Riff, and I'm diving back into another Metalhead Envy. And this time around, I'm reacting to my own band, and this is one of my favorite songs from our first album. And just a little backstory, I wrote a big portion of this song, and it was kind of my audition to start playing with the two guys uh, at the time. Because when used to write, I used to write a lot more like into an ACDC formula, where it was a A B A B. I mean, it was just it looped itself a lot and all that. And the guys that I was joining were way more into prog, and this is before I got into prog metal. And basically, it was kind of a test to see if I could write closer to prog metal. And so, yeah, I've been kind of hesitant on reacting to my own band because one, I don't want to come off as super like drinking my own Kool-Aid, or like I don't know how to explain it. Like I want people that check out my channel and enjoy watching me to check out the band, of course. I just don't want to like I guess just jam it down people's throats or just be super asshole about, hey, check this out. This is me. Check it out. And then two, I'm kind of curious to see if I get a copyright claim on my own song. See if a distro kid is doing their job. But let's dive on in. Oh man. Oh dude. See, the funny thing is that opening shot. See, I directed this music video too, and that opening shot we had this cheap ass little strobe light, and I wish I would have realized to turn the setting up because it was meant to be the strobe was meant to be a little faster and make the movement a little more obscure and everything. But yeah, it didn't turn out as quite the way I hoped it would. And then also we're filming in my uncle's garage. That was cool, and it was cold. It was like pretty sure it was like 40 degrees outside, and it wasn't much warmer inside the garage. Yeah, I am so bummed out at them fucking strobe shots. But like I'm too in my case I'm too much like Roger Corman, and it's like the music videos that I direct and stuff. I'm like, let's get in, let's get it. Basically, the day we filmed this, we started at like 6 in the afternoon, and I think we got done filming all our shots by 8, and then I had it all cut together by 11, and so it was a fast process on how it moved. Hey, there I am. And what's funny, that ended up being the best shot of the whole music video. And it was because the camera guy I had didn't really know the gimbal that he was using that well. And the gimbal turned off, turned sideways like that, and then when he turned it back on, it flipped back up. And so it was so funny. I remember while we were filming, I kind of got pissed. I was like, "Damn it, man!" But then when I was in the editing room, I was like, "Oh my god, I wish I'd have I wish we'd have done that shot multiple times because that was so cool. It turned out really cool, and especially when I added this whole mirror effect to the music video. Yeah. Once again, the damn strobe. Oh gosh. I definitely learned a lesson that when you're filming, I was using an iPhone 10. I was using an iPhone 10X, and I had it at 24 frames per second. And I definitely figured out that when you're shooting at 24 frames per second, your strobe needs to be super fast to actually seem like it's moving. So, for anybody that is checking this out in headphones or in your car, uh, you'll hear that bam cam bam cam bam cam bam cam. It goes back and forth between the left and right. And it's just a little inside joke with all of us. We've always called that section the country bump, or I know I have call it the country bumpkin part of this song. I remember I wrote this, and the rest of the guys always pick on me because everything I write, I count to four in my head, or I count to four. Basically, they call me the four count. But I wrote this section, and my personal timing is a four count, but my drummer is like, he ended up telling me it was like 13. Yeah, it was like, it wasn't a perfect 12 count, it was like a perfect 13 over something. Can't remember the exact thing, but I just remember being like, that's funny that I wrote something like that and didn't realize that it was an extra count when it shouldn't be or something. Which drummers would have to let me know better. And then I could actually sound like I'm smart when I talk about shit like that. Judy Strobe. Then this whole section, the softer section right here, it comes from it was a song I used to, or there's a couple riffs I put together when I used to play drunk with my drummer back before we were a band. I always called it Killer Clown, but it ended up making that riff and a couple of others from that drunk song ended up making its way into the final version of Schizophrenic. It always cracks me up to hear older riffs that started out with one purpose and become something else. Oh man. Like now rewatching this so long after again, why in the fuck did I not go back and do something different besides them strobe shots? Oh, that pisses me off. Yeah. And that right there is the perfect showcase of the difference between me and my other guitarist that I work with. The guy is so damn good. His picking hand is so on point and stuff. Like it's funny when I first started playing with him, when I first met him, he like if you said, "Hey, let's do a bluesy jam," he couldn't do it. Like he couldn't do a repetition run of E, A, and B, but he could play every Kill Switch Engage song they had ever fucking wrote at the time. So he impresses me every time I play with him, and every time he writes a new riff, I'm like, I have to play so much catch up with him now. But it's a cool. I think it's really cool. I can't wait for our second album for us to get it recorded and start promoting it and everything because I definitely think it's a more cohesive. It's more of all four of us really gluing together compared to how we were when we did this first album. And basically, my other guitarist, I feel bad because he can write some of the craziest shit, and then it takes me forever to actually get close to mimicking what he does. And so he really has to pump the brakes on what he does. And I hate to do that, but at the same time, having both of us at different strengths, I think it really turns out us writing some really cool, unique songs. But y'all would have to let me know in the comments if y'all would think so too. Hey, buddy. Any chance I can finish this reaction real quick, and then me and you'll go play, okay? But I just remember this back when I had a green Kiesel with the diamond lemon lay. I just had a brain fart. The diamond lumen lays. That was a fucking cool guitar. I really wish I wouldn't have got rid of it, but you live and you learn. Yeah, more strobe. More strobe. So overall, I really love this song. It's one of my favorites off our first album. And I had such a fun time directing this. And definitely learned that stuff can be done fast and mistakes will be made. And I mean, at the same time, like, I think my biggest issue with this music video is the strobe sections. I really wish I would have thought of something better to do, or if I'd have known how to actually work the strobe properly. Because at 24 frames a second and how slow I had that strobe going, it just didn't have enough time to pick it up. And I mean, you could clearly see in our music, excuse me, in our music video. But at the same time, it was cool. I had a blast, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the guys did too. I mean, there's certain shots that were mistakes that turned out really cool. That one where it's splitting apart and then twist and then turns back. Like I said, that was just a gimbal malfunction, and it turned out to be one of my favorite shots of the music video. But this second album coming up, hopefully we'll learn more cool stuff and work with some awesome people to promote it better. And yeah, so that's the end of me tooting my own band and horn on here. If you like this song, you can always check out more of us. We're called the Cardinal Endeavor. You can find us here on YouTube, and you can find our first album on all streaming platforms. And now I wait and see if DistroKid is going to slap a copyright claim on me. But until I see y'all in the next one, stay positive, stay rocking, and I'm out.